Okay, you know, I'm gonna bring in a life henchman. You got it.
You've done it. Thanks to you, the area will be secure. When the goblin horde first arrived, I did some scouting to see what was going on. I saw where they came from. The goblins sprung from a magical portal down the street. You should take a look at it and tell groundskeeper Vern.
You got it.
You examine the magic portal. It would be risky to interfere with it without understanding it. You should describe it to groundskeeper Vern. Maybe he's figured out where those plants came from by now.
We'll do that. Hang on, there's some regiments here, and I believe Mayflower, or wallflower.
Those plants you collected for me earlier were listed as native to the world known as Weirwood. If the goblins are coming through a magic portal, then it stands to reason that they are from Weirwood as well. A student from Weirwood came to the tournament. Beatrice Wildwind, I think her name was. Maybe you've met her. Maybe you can ask her if she knows anything about this magic portal. I'd hate to think she was responsible, but best to check.
Alright, let's go ask her to see if she knows anything about this. If the goblins come from her world, if they do, what are they doing here? Why are they popping up during the tournament? And what is their purpose? Doing a picture to camera.
What's that? A magic portal? From my world? It can't be! From what you describe, the plant is wild viridian. It grows native to Weirwood, where I come from. The goblins like to use it as a seasoning, so they plant it wherever they go. If it's here on Wisteria, it's their doing. A goblin portal is dangerous to meddle with, but I know of an incantation that can close it, never to return. We'll need some ingredients for the incantation, and those can be found in the Merchant Street, here in Pigswick Academy. Here's a list of ingredients. Visit the merchants listed and return to me when you have the items on my list.
Beatrice copies a list of ingredients from her spell book and gives it to you. Some of these items seem a little strange.
Alright, let's go shopping.
A spindle of enchanted thread, spun from fog and spiderweb? I have that right here.
Crystal? Made of the dried tears of a cyclops? Those are on special this week.
What's this?
Rainbow ink from a sky squid. You're in luck. The shipment from Imperia just came in.
Nice, they got good equipment here, but not what I need. Some way high up.
Some adamant metal filings? Sure, I have that laying around. I usually throw it back in the kiln to melt again.
A flask of breath caught from a night gaunt? I'm pretty sure I have one somewhere. You're welcome to it.
There, that should do it. Bad news. I looked at my spell book and I realized I have the ingredients for the ritual, but I don't have the incantation. They should have a copy of it at the library here in Pigswick Academy. Could you go to the library and get it? I think the librarian is named Hugo Chatterley. Tell him it's of utmost importance.
We will. Alright, let's leave a mark here. And go to the library. Guys, I think there's one wallflower here. here. Oh.
Incantation to dispel a goblin portal? That's not exactly the sort of spell we let new students meddle with. That's in the restricted collection. I can only release the incantation with the permission of the headmistress. Speak to Headmistress Crisp and return to me with the permission slip. It's but a formality, but rules are rules. You know, inconveniently, these works are spread throughout Wisteria, so you will have to keep your eyes open for them.
What's this? I send you to help Captain O'Hare, and the next I hear from you, you're talking about dispelling goblin portals? Very well then. I'm getting a clearer picture of how Ambrose runs his school. And believe me, it's not a pretty picture. Take this back to Chatterley and tell him he's to help you to the best of his abilities. Is that all?
Headmistress Crisp hands you a permission slip for you to access the incantations book that you need.
I understand. Speak with the merchants affected, Oliver Quickneedle, Ophelia Moonreach, and Geoffrey Spellsmith, to find the guilty party.
Excellent. I took the liberty of copying the incantation you need while you were speaking with Headmistress Crisp.
Good.
Use it with caution.
Hugo Chatterley hands you a strip of parchment paper with the incantation written carefully upon it.
You know,
Wonderful! I hope it wasn't any trouble. If you're the only one who has permission to enter Pegasus Place, you'll have to perform the incantation yourself. Just take the items you collected from the merchants and the incantation you got from the library and follow the instructions. You should check in with groundskeeper Vern before you do anything. He should know what to expect if it goes badly. Don't worry, you'll be fine. I hope.
Now let's go back to Groundskeeper Willie. Hey guys, shoutouts goes to Kim Rice, Anna Witcher, Ryan Enders, Sean Calhoun, Alyssa Smith, and Alyssa Smith and Rick Matty. All good friends of mine in real life. I know Kim Rice, Anna Witcher, Ryan Enders, and Ryan Enders on social media, Wizard101 and in real life. Another shout out goes to Brianna Hanold, Ariel Cornell, and Nami. For Ariel Cornell shout out. She has amazing videos on YouTube. She's an amazing writer on Wattpad, and she's also very important and special to me. For Nami shout out, for Nami shout out, I do support Nami. Honestly, it's the best program out there that helps people with a lot of stuff, like famous stuff, for people who have anxiety and depression. So if you know anyone who needs it, they are all in the country of the United States. Boom!
You came back? Don't you realize this place is doomed? You brought a means of dispelling the magic portal and all of the ingredients. Let me see that. There is a problem. The final ingredient in the spell requires the soul stone of the leader of the goblin horde. The goblins have spoken fearfully of Lord Graustark. I suspect that whoever he is, he's lurking in the tower down the street. You should go and defeat this Lord Graustark and collect his soul stone, the source of his magic. Only then can you use the incantation to dispel the portal. Return to me when you have done that impossible deed.
Is it time already for my afternoon snack? I don't remember placing an order for Wizard, but you'll do.
Anyways, for Brianna Hanold's shout out, she has been a wonderful and good friend over the years. Since I've known her, she's kind, sweet, and honest. She does have a YouTube channel, and I will link her channel in the description.
find a small, gleaming gem, shimmering with power. This must be the soul stone groundskeeper Vern spoke of.
Alright, let's go close the portal.
Follow the instructions in the incantation, using the items you gathered and the soul stone to power it. When you finish the incantation, the magic portal vanishes. No more goblins will come through it.
Tree, you've done it! Lord Graustark will trouble this street no longer. You should tell Headmistress Crisp the wonderful news. Be proud of what you've accomplished.
What's that? You've impressed me. Maybe you've been able to learn a thing or two about magic, despite your training. Though your aid in the Pegasus place matter is appreciated, it will not affect your participation in the tournament. Speaking of, it is time for you to report to Mrs. Dowager. The first round of magical dueling is about to commence.
Why, hello again. I hope you've had a relaxing time settling in. Look at the time. The tournament should commence soon. Oh, but I've yet to give the students copies of the tournament rules. Could you be a dear and help me out? I need you to go give copies of the rules to each of the competitors. Here is one for your own use, and copies for Beatrice Wildwind, Kisai Shugenja, Nalia Dunstrider, and Randolph Spellshine. You can find them all in the student dormitory. Return to me when you've given them their tournament rules.
The tournament rules? Thank you. It'll be great to duel. I can't wait to see what you've got. Can you help me with something? I lost my diary while I was sightseeing. I went to look around, but I suspect that one of the wood goblins took...
Most excellent. I was concerned about the lack of formalities. I will now meditate on the coming duel. Muda's smile upon you.
You have my thanks. It is wise for them to enforce rules to this tournament, best for the safety of all.
Rules? I don't need any stinking rules. I've got this tournament in the bag.
Thank you. Now that that little matter is out of the way, we can get started. It is what you came here for, after all. Before you compete for the Spiral Cup, there is a time-honored tradition students have when they want good luck for a test. You should go into the tournament hall and knock on the Spiral Cup. It rings like a bell. But now it is time for your first magical duel. Off now, and good luck.
What?
The Spiral Cup is missing. How could that be? Maybe Benedict Glendemming knows what has happened.
There you are. I noticed the Spiral Cup was missing, and I wanted to see how you would react to that. This is quite suspicious. With the Spiral Cup missing, the tournament will be a mockery. Pigswick Academy will be known as the school that lost the prize. You should inform Mrs. Dowager about this. She will know what to do.
Agreed.
The what is what?
Do not worry overmuch. I am certain that the Spiral Cup will turn up sometime soon. It must just be a terrible mistake. If it was taken deliberately, it was undoubtedly the work of someone attempting to discredit Pigswick Academy. No matter. Even without the cup, the tournament must continue without delay. Please report to Benedict in the tournament hall to start.
Well, guys, I'm going to end it right there. We are out of time for today, and next time we will get started on the tournament. I will see you guys next time for more of Wizard101. Have a good day, guys. Bye.